It may be sunny now, but there is a long dark cloud over the San Joaquin Valley. The opioid epidemic has a hold on the nation and the Central Valley. Your best friend, your coworker, your teammate could be someone who's struggling with addiction. Eric Ozetta is an opioid survivor who has been sober for 6 years.
They internalize a lot of stuff and they isolate themselves. And when you isolate yourself, it's not a recipe for success.
Now getting high can be a game of Russian roulette. In 2021, emergency services responded to 84 fentanyl overdoses in Fresno. 34 of them ended in death. A place people can receive help is the nonprofit PAIN. PAIN stands for Parents and Addicts in Need. The nonprofit offers supports for addicts and their families as well. Flint Anderson started PAIN, and he says being an addict is more dangerous than ever.
Especially with the fentanyl crisis, they don't know what they're getting. There's no way to determine what is in either that pill or if they're using cocaine and a drug dealer has laced it with fentanyl, or they're getting just straight fentanyl and they think they're getting cocaine.
PAIN has helped over 3,000 addicts since 2009. Anderson says 93% of PAIN's clientele went to a Clovis Unified school.
Starting first baseman, they have to be first chair trumpet in the band. They have to be, straight A students. And most of these kids are just that, they're kids.
Frankie DePrima was not an addict. He was a fun-loving jokester who loved his mom,
Hello.
his girlfriend, and his car. He was a 20-year-old who sometimes experimented with drugs. Frankie died from a fentanyl overdose 2 years ago.
Up like all night long playing Xbox, and then they would sleep all day, him and his friends. And so it was nothing unusual for him not to come out of his room.
But the day went by, and Elaine started to get worried when she hadn't seen or heard from him by 6 p.m.
I went to his door, and it was locked, and I went and got the key, and I opened it up, and I could tell that he'd been gone for a long time.
Frankie had 6 times the lethal amount of fentanyl in his system.
When they see me, I want them to think about if their parents were having to go through this, because no parent should have to find their child dead in their room.
I spoke with Clovis Unified's Chief Communication Officer, Kelly A. Vance. She told me Clovis Unified has done many things to students and parents to make them more aware of the dangers of fentanyl. She said that there's a lot of power in awareness and an engaged parent.